Welcome to the ThunderCast, your martial athletics podcast produced by the fans, for the fans, with your hosts, Russ Livingood and Jed Horton. We're bringing you the thundering word on the thundering herd each and every week, so keep it right here because the ThunderCast is on the loose. Welcome back to another episode of the ThunderCast. It's Russ Livingood, and you will notice that I'm here by myself. We had a scheduling issue with my schedule and Jed's schedule, so Wednesday evening here, I'm just going to go ahead and do it solo because we've got so much to get out. KD and I will be doing our preview of the Middle Tennessee State game. And that will be later on tonight, and that will be publishing tomorrow as well. So got a lot of stuff. I just wanted to go ahead and get into it. There was a massive number of things to go over and around the herd because we got some more sports that are kicking off for the fall. We also got 5 things. We're going to bring all that to you. But first, I'm going to give you a word from our sponsors at Leasure Oliver PLLC. Who do you call if you are ever hurt in a wreck? If you live anywhere in West Virginia, Ohio, or Kentucky, that's Leasure Oliver PLLC. You can find them at 304carwreck.com. Always call 304carwreck.com if you've been hurt in a wreck. Do not deal with the insurance companies by yourself. They are trained to pay you less than what you are supposed to get. The lower they pay you, the better they get paid out. So always allow 304carwreck.com to take care of you. I said we had a lot of stuff to go over. I'm going to get right into it. Here are 5 things every herd fan needs to know this week, brought to you by ignite.link. And now, here are at least 5 things every herd fan needs to know this week. As always, brought to you by ignite.link, the Tri-State's premier IT management team. All right, number 1, we have the women's soccer set a new program record for attendance, and that was the WVU game. You know, they had that as something that they wanted to do, and they set out to try to do it, and they got it. 1,261. You can see the graphic there that Herd Zone put out, the largest standalone attendance in program history. Fans, it was not the score that we wanted to see, but I am sure that the coaching staff and the players loved having it packed with 1,261 of us. And if we can do it then, we can do it again. Let's pack the Joan for their next home game. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but kudos to each and every one of you that went out and attended that game. 1,261, the new program record. All right, and number 2, we have a new player on the men's soccer team, Gabriel Stevanado, and he's a new commit, but he's already played a couple of games. So this is about 5 to 6 days old, but as soon as they announced it, he played that very same day. Here's the announcement that the Herd Zone again that put out on social media. He is a forward from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Sao Paulo, Brazil Football Club. Already played in a couple of games. You've probably seen him out there. We just wanted to highlight that in case anyone has not seen that. And again, Coach Grassie's had, I think, 3 that were injured that has not yet played. I don't know. There's a little bit of speculation. Could he be taking one of the roster spots there? But again, he's already played, and we do have several that have not because of injury. All right. And third, we got another commit, this time over on the baseball diamond. And this is Nick Stumpf, an outfielder from Kenton Ridge, Ohio, 6'2", 165 pounds. I wanted to put up the graphic that he had here. Again, this was via his tweet. Don't know if Herd Zone put this graphic together. We'll give them credit. But he says, I am beyond blessed to announce my commitment to Marshall University to play Division I baseball and to pursue academic career. I want to thank God for blessing me with this opportunity. A huge thank you to my family, friends, coaches, and teammates for always supporting me and helping me reach this point. Lastly, thank you to Coach Bills and the entire Marshall coaching staff for believing in me. Go Herd. So Coach Bills continues to add to this roster that's coming up for the 2026 season, and uh, right around the right around the corner, because when we get to Around the Herd, we're going to talk about another diamond sport. So coming up soon. Number 4, as I blow right through these, Destiny Berryman sets a new personal record in the 5K, and that was 17 minutes, 34.9 seconds. And she was named the Sunbelt Conference Runner of the Week on the women's side. We have had a very long history of having track and field athletes winning the Sunbelt Conference of the Week, whether it's hurdles, whether it's someone shot put, running the distance things that we've had. And Destiny Berryman has now added her name to that. I cannot remember a time that she had that before. So if she did, Destiny, we're sorry. But always like to throw those of the weeks around. And I'm really, really kicking myself that I didn't keep a spreadsheet for each and every one of these that we've done so we could track that. It'd be very interesting. So I've said this before, but anybody watching, listening, if you want to really, really dive into that stuff, go back and watch every episode, listen to every episode we've ever done, track that for us, and we'll post it. Just joking, obviously. And number 5, our final thing. This is a very, very cool event. But if you find yourself wanting to run a mile and wanting to do it while drinking beer, we've got just the thing for you. The Southern Coalfields Alumni and Big Green Club is putting on the 2025 Herd and Hops Beer Mile that takes place in Hyco, West Virginia on October the 4th. $35 to enter. On this graphic here, which you can find all over social media, you can also contact Mike Gwynn, friend of the ThunderCast, friend of Marshall University. He has sponsored another podcast for years and years through his insurance agency. Mike helped put this together, got it off the ground. It's hosted by Free Folk Brewery. And what you do, you will have 4 laps to get your mile in. You drink 4 beers during those 4 laps. And you can also dress up in your wildest, wackiest costume, because the better the costume, the better you might be able to get a prize for that as well. But if you're interested, again, the QR code is on this graphic. If you're listening here, you just need to go to social media. It's all over the place. We will also be promoting this on Facebook and Twitter. Or again, you can reach out to Mike Gwynn. He's on Facebook. He's on Twitter. And get a good turnout for this, because it benefits the Big Green through the Southern Coalfields Alumni Group, Big Green chapter. They are very, very involved. I think they won Chapter of the Year this last year, and may have been even a couple of times they've done that. But great event benefiting our athletes. Get involved. And guys, that does it for 5 things every Herd fan needs to know this week. As always, brought to you by Ignite.link. So that just leaves us going around the herd. And again, it was jam-packed. I'm going to get right into it. So let's hear from Layer 1 Solutions for that. And now, Layer 1 Solutions, your experts in business connectivity infrastructure, takes you around the herd. All right. We're going to start off with cross country in the 5 things that we just did. We mentioned Destiny Berryman's personal best in the 5K. Well, each of the top 4 runners for Marshall on the women's side also set personal best. The other 3 were Hannah Weiler, Asha Bora, and Ellie Hosafluke. And just like Berryman did on the women's side, because she paced the women last week for the herd and this week for the herd, or the last two events. It might have been 3 weeks ago that one did. But Justin Lipscomb did that for the men's side. Second straight event, second straight meet. He's finished top the herd runners. And in the 8K, he had a time of 25 minutes, 13 seconds. So we did not, among these 700 runners in this big event, we did not have anyone finish, top 10 or anything like that, but had several personal records set. And Coach Caleb Bowen mentioned that they wanted to get down to Alabama to try to kind of see, where they're going to be down there in Alabama, in Foley, Alabama, for the SBC championships here in a few months or later this year. And he just wanted to make sure that they could get involved in this event. Huge event. I think the best overall was Berryman. I think she finished 43rd on the women's side of probably close to 300 women. So really, really good. We're going to move over to volleyball. They lost to host Virginia Tech in the Hokie Invitational, lost 3-1. But then they finished the Hokie Invitational with 2 victories, a 3-set sweep over Robert Morris, and then 3-1. They won over University of Maryland Eastern Shores. The ladies are now 5-4 on the season. They will be in action on the road this weekend with a match against NAU at 11 a.m. and Wofford at 6 p.m., both on Friday. And then they face Gardner Webb at 3 p.m. on Saturday. They, I believe, go into conference play after this, but it's coming up pretty soon. So pretty good start to the season, still on the winning side. And, when they come back home and they start conference play, that's when it's really going to pick up for them. These games are getting them some really good time to mesh, new coaching staff, new players, things like that. So good start so far. Men's golf is teeing off in Richmond, Kentucky. We've been playing EKU in just about everything here lately in all sports, but they are hosting the EKU Colonel Shootout on Friday and Saturday. So men's golf straight off of the Faganes Invitational out at Guyan Country Club, hitting the road, playing the links over in Richmond, Kentucky. We'll have the info on that this weekend and put it on social media. Tennis is another team sport that is starting this week, and it is on Friday in Cincinnati at the Pam Whitehead Fall Invitational. It'll be a 2-day event, Friday and Saturday. Also this weekend, though, Saturday and Sunday are the ITA All-American Championships. So I don't know exactly. They haven't released who from Marshall will be at that, but we will have someone there for that. So kicking off yet another sport. All right. We have swimming and diving also kicking off. They're going to hop in the pool for the first time this fall on Friday at 11 a.m. for the green and white meet right here in Huntington. Guys, I've said this a lot, but if you've not been to a swim and dive meet, you really ought to go. This is going to be the first one of this season. It's over, you go through the go up the ramp or go across from the parking garage to that entrance of the Cam Henderson Center. Go through all those lobby doors, and as you're on the concourse, it's going to be over on the right. You'll see swimming and diving. We'll have a big sign over the door. You go through there, and you'll be in the upper parts of the natatorium over there where all of the seating is. It is a heck of a good time. Get out, support them. If you're not going down to Murfreesboro, you're looking for something to do on Saturday, go over there, support swim and dive. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but softball is also getting back onto the diamond. They will be playing a little fall ball on Saturday at noon against West Virginia State. So you're already going to be downtown. You're already going to be over at the Cam Henderson Center in the Fitch watching swim and dive. You watch that for a little while, and then you go over. They're going to be playing 10 innings of softball against West Virginia State. So get over and get your taste of that as well. We keep talking about it, but, fall sports has all this different stuff. And then here are the spring sports that play a little fall ball, because baseball is going to be doing it very soon as well. Softball will have several events, and it just gets you in the mood for the season. But we are getting jam-packed with Marshall athletics, and you got to love that. Women's soccer, we talked about it a little bit already, lost 2-0 in the women's version of the Mountain State Derby, and that was last Thursday. Then we went on and had a draw on the road against Georgia Southern on Sunday, 1-1. That was the first part of the Sun Belt Conference schedule. So we got 1 point for getting a draw. Already doing better this year, not only in the out of conference, but in the conference record. Last year we had 3 wins. We need to stack those points up, start turning the corner like we thought we were going to do this season. They traveled to ULM on Thursday for an 8 p.m. Eastern time match. And then after that, they're back home on Sunday hosting Georgia State at 7 p.m. So this Sunday, you will have a chance to go support the women, build off of that last home match that we talked about, 1,261 fans. Go over there and support them for that. And finally, men's soccer. They beat UC Santa Barbara pretty handily on Sunday, 4-0. I think Joao Roberto had 2 goals in that one. They have Coastal at home on Friday at 7:15 p.m. First Sun Belt Conference matchup. And then they're going to be hitting the road to face VCU next Wednesday at 7 p.m. All right, like I said, lots of results, lots of things going on this week. Marshall put out a graphic. They've been putting it out. Rodney Casey and all his team puts out all these killer graphics on social media. They've been doing a schedule and breaking it down like what you have this week. And it was so packed this week with things going on just from Thursday through Sunday. Not even anything going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it was still that packed. So that just tells you we're getting right here in it. That's going to do it for this episode. I don't really have anything else to say except for you are going to see KD and I maybe before you even have watched this. Maybe you watch that one before you watch this, but I'm going to try to get this one out here Wednesday evening, and then Thursday at 8 a.m. KD and I will have our preview of the MTSU game. Stay tuned for that, and no matter where you see us, we're going to be saying, Go Herd.